Sherbet here, and we are back doing another educational video for you guys. So it's one of our reptiles, but it's probably a reptile you might be a little bit more familiar with, as they're quite commonly kept as pets in the UK as well as around the world. So it is a bearded dragon, and I'm going to get Sherbet, who's going to help me out for today's video.
Good boy.
Are you going to help me out today? Alright, so here is Sherbet, the bearded dragon. Now, bearded dragons are native to Australia, so it's a very warm country most of the time during the day, which means they do live in more arid environments. So it gets really hot in the day, but it does get quite cool at night, so it means these guys have to have a range of temperatures they have to be adapted to. So they're very, very tolerant, very, very hardy animals in the wild. So in terms of what they eat, it's going to be mainly fruits and vegetables, any kind of vegetation they come across, leafy greens, bushnut squash and sweet potatoes is what we feed them here. But in the wild they can eat like cactus and all sorts of plants. So when they are an adult, about 50% of their diet is made up of these kind of greens and all sorts, but the other half is made up of protein, and that's going to be insects like locusts, mealworms, crickets. Occasionally they might come across an egg or a small mouse in the wild, and they'll take that down as well. They're not too fussy, but when they are growing, they do have more protein and stuff as they get into adulthood. But once they reach this age, it's mainly kind of going to be those greens. So Sherbet here, you might notice a few things about him. You might be wondering how they got the name the bearded dragon, and that's because of this going on under their chin. So you can see all the scales, all the spines down this side. Now Sherbet, he's a very chilled out bearded dragon, but you can tell a lot about how a bearded dragon's feeling through looking at this area. So if it's kind of a jet black, that's either a sign of like a really dominant animal or a sign that he's stressed out basically. But as you can see, it's kind of like a yellowy orangey colour, and he's very chilled out. He's a very chilled out boy, aren't you lads? So he's got his eyes. Unlike snakes, bearded dragons and other lizards, they do have eyelids that they can close those eyes, and they do have ears. Now you might see there's a little bit of skin running inside their ear, and that's kind of protecting them when they're doing all the burrowing down into the sand and all sorts. They do have a few ways of communicating with each other, and that's a little bit interesting because they do a wave. So like you and me say hi or goodbye to each other, bearded dragons do the same thing. It doesn't quite mean the same thing as when you or I wave. It's a sign of kind of submission or acknowledging another bearded dragon's there that's more dominant than them. So it's like, I'm here, please don't hurt me, you're the boss. I hope you enjoyed learning a few facts about bearded dragons. So many of you might even have a bearded dragon that you know about in captivity in someone's house, or you might even have a bearded dragon yourself. So if you do, you'll have to let us know if you've learned something new, and let us know how you keep your bearded dragon happy, really. So from me and Sherbet, we really hope you've enjoyed this video. You'll have to let us know if there's any other animals that you'd like us to cover in our more educational videos, or any other animals you'd like to see a little bit more of. So from me and Sherbet here, we'll see you later. Bye! Are you going to wave, Sherbet? Bye guys.